Overthinking doesn't sound so bad on the surface because at least everyone does think, and moreover, we know that thinking is good, right? But overthinking can cause problems, big problems. When you overthink, your judgments get cloudy and your stress gets elevated. You spend too much time in the negative while also simultaneously putting your life and health at risk. Here are 12 practical ways to stop overthinking. Welcome. Number 1. Become aware. Before you can begin to address or cope with your habit of overthinking, you need to learn to be aware of it when it's happening. Anytime you find yourself doubting or feeling stressed or anxious, step back and look at the situation and how you're responding. In that moment of awareness is the seed of the possible change you want to make. To be aware when overthinking, you can start by recognizing the signs of overthinking. These include dwelling on the past or worrying about the future, replaying events in your mind over and over, second-guessing your decisions, imagining worst-case scenarios, feeling mentally drained. Once you recognize these signs, you can practice mindfulness to stay present and aware. Mindfulness involves focusing on the present moment and observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Number 2. Focus on productive problem solving. To focus on productive problem solving and overcome overthinking, start by distinguishing between helpful problem solving and harmful overthinking. Ask yourself if you are actively searching for a solution or just focusing on the problem. If you find yourself dwelling on issues without making progress, shift your mindset towards finding strategies and solutions, just like you are doing by watching this video. Number 3. Schedule self-reflection time. Stewing on your problems for long periods of time isn't productive, but brief reflection can be helpful. Thinking about how you could do things differently or recognizing potential pitfalls to your plan could help you perform better in the future. Incorporate 20 minutes of thinking time into your daily schedule. During that time period, let yourself worry, ruminate, or mull over whatever you want. When your time is up, move on to something else. And when you start overthinking things outside of your scheduled time, simply remind yourself that you'll need to wait until your thinking time to address those issues in your mind. Number 4. Distract yourself into happiness. Telling yourself to stop thinking about something might backfire. The more you try to prevent a thought from entering your brain, the more likely it is to keep popping up. Change the channel in your brain by changing your activity. Exercise, play your favorite sport, engage in conversation on a completely different subject, or work on a project that distracts you. Doing something different will put an end to the barrage of negative thoughts. Number 5. Stop striving for perfection. To stop striving for perfection and overcome overthinking, start by recognizing the signs of perfectionism, such as redoing tasks multiple times or agonizing over small details. You're not perfect, and you don't have to be. That's more than a motivational speech. It's a reality. Perfectionism is often linked with overthinking and anxiety, but the two actually work in a vicious cycle. It's not easy to admit and accept imperfections, but when you realize no one is perfect, you can take baby steps toward letting go of your worrying thoughts and give yourself some slack. Number 6. Practice meditation. Meditation has been stereotyped into a corner for years, but it actually doesn't have to be what you see in the movies. Meditation is simply a relaxation technique that allows you to learn how to not overthink, be mindful, and focused on the present moment, rather than letting your anxious thoughts take over. You don't have to practice any special rituals in order to meditate. Finding just a few minutes a day to sit in silence, focus on your breathing, and let thoughts come and go freely can make a big difference in the overall health of your mental state. Number 7. Challenge your negative thoughts. Overthinking often involves negative and catastrophic thinking. When you notice these thoughts, try challenging their validity. Instead of dwelling on negative aspects of a situation, try to find a more positive or constructive way to view it. For instance, if you're feeling overwhelmed at work, you might reframe your thoughts from, "I hate being a boss," to, "Things are challenging right now and I'm feeling disconnected from some things on my plate." You can also adopt the cognitive diffusion technique. This involves noticing your thoughts without believing them. Instead of wrestling with your thoughts, you can separate yourself from them and use your values to guide what you pay attention to. For example, if you have a negative thought like "I'm such a loser," you can shift your focus by acknowledging it as just a thought and not a fact. Number 8. Be grateful. You can't have a regretful thought and a grateful thought at the same time, so why not spend the time positively? Overthinking is something that can happen to anyone, but if you have a great system for dealing with it, you can at least ward off some of the negative, anxious, stressful thinking and turn it into something useful, productive, and effective. The benefits of gratitude range from physical to psychological. It can improve your self-esteem and increase your overall mental strength. Gratitude can give you a different perspective on things, so the situations you're overthinking about become less important. When you take the time to actually think about what you're thankful for, you might find that there are fewer things to worry about. Number 9. Limit information intake. In an environment of constant information, it's easy to become overwhelmed. Limit time on social media or news sources to control your information intake. It prevents overload and reduces worries caused by excessive ideas, a key solution to how to stop overthinking. You can avoid excessive information flow by designating specific times for checking news or social media, rather than constantly scrolling. Curating sources by choosing a few reliable sources for news and stick to them. Avoiding sensationalist or conflicting information. Reduce email and notification clutter by unsubscribing from unnecessary newsletters or alerts. Prioritize actionable information and avoid getting lost in theory or possibilities. Lastly, consider taking breaks by scheduling regular breaks from screens and information-heavy environments to recharge your mind. Number 10. Acknowledge your wins. Recognizing your wins can go a long way to help you overcome overthinking. Take time to celebrate even minor successes. This could be as simple as acknowledging a task completed or a goal achieved. Celebrating these wins can boost your mood and reduce the tendency to overthink. Try keeping a gratitude journal to write down small and big wins daily to cultivate a positive mindset. By consistently acknowledging your wins, you can shift your focus from worries and doubts to the positive aspects of your life. Number 11. Embrace yourself. You probably know how to show compassion to your mother or a friend. But what about yourself? What does your inner dialogue sound like when you face a problem or challenge? Embracing yourself is really about being able to extend love, kindness, and forgiveness to yourself. Learn to love yourself and take things easy on yourself. Number 12. Ask for help when necessary. You're not alone and support is available if you find yourself getting overwhelmed. Seeking support from a trusted friend or family relative or a qualified therapist can help you develop new tools for working through your thoughts and even changing your mindset. If you have any questions, please let us know through the comments section. Like and subscribe. Gracias.